Welcome to Juan Pablo in the Wonderland. One day, Juan Pablo was playing video games at night. He was frustrated from losing so much. He was very sleepy and he decided to close his eyes for a moment. Without realizing it, he had a micro sleep. When he got up, he felt that his computer screen looked more real. And then he was surprised when he realized that his character was giving him instructions that he had never given him in the game. He followed with all the steps until the character stretched out his hand, wanting to Juan Pablo to touch it. When Juan Pablo managed to touch the character's hand, he felt that he was absorbed by the screen, as if it were a portal. Without realizing it, he found himself in a world where everything around him was perfect, just as he had dreamed of all his life. Everything he liked was around him, like his favorite food, his favorite games. There were soccer balls, stadiums, and puppies everywhere. He decided to go, first of all, to the stadiums. He wanted to run, but when he was arriving to the stadium moved away, and in front of him one of his greatest fears appeared: the ocean, the great, deep, and cold ocean. A strange force pushed him falling into the ocean. He was very scared. He knew how to swim, but he was afraid of what might be at the bottom of the ocean, such as strange, unknown creatures, or even the fearsome megalodon. Then he began to sink despite his effort to stay afloat. He started to go down little by little to the deepest part of the ocean, but he could breathe. He was not drowning. As he went down to the deep ocean, he saw creatures that were not as terrifying as they were shown on the internet and in videos. With a little fear, he touched one and realized that they were friendly. They were the complete opposite of the dangerous and giant monsters found in documentaries. They are unknown creatures, but completely pleasant to know. Pleasant to know. Without realizing it, he no longer saw the ocean as a dangerous environment or a place that scared him. On the other hand, it seemed a pleasant place, a novel place to discover. Suddenly, he began to rise rapidly until he was afloat again. He realized when he left the ocean, disappeared, and he was able to enter to the stadium of his dreams. He was happiest. He wanted to use it only for him, and he did so for approximately 3 hours. Then he wanted to go where the puppies in order to play with them and caress them. But before touching the first puppy, the puppy became that fear as great for his life: the death of his dog. That fear of not having that beautiful, that faithful friend, that son who from the first day he came into his life filled him with happiness and showed him that what loyalty is, and above all, unconditional love towards someone. He knows that one day the time will come to say goodbye to this beloved Tommy, but he wishes that moment could never come. He also remembered the beautiful moments that he had with his puppy and began to forget the fear of Tommy's absence, realizing that what matters is that he enjoys it while he is alive. Suddenly, the dogs came back, realizing that in order to achieve his happiness, they needed to overcome his fears. Then he began to play with the dogs. After 1 hour of playing with them, he lay down on the grass of his wonderful world, and a puppy approached him and began to lick him. Juan Pablo began to laugh when he was in his room without realizing it, and his dog was licking it. Then he knew that it was a dream that helped him to realize that happiness is found when we overcome fear. That no matter what happens in the future, what matters is the present. And that there is no need to fear the new experiences that life offers you. Lifetime. Thanks.